What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? What is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Wow, how you like me now? XCN is what's going on, baby. Look at that perfect breakout of the falling wedge, the bull flag, whatever you want to call it. Whew, fantastic. Textbook breakout. You had your three touches and boom. And still climbing 2 cents 199, essentially 2 cents 2. Very, very nice, guys. Textbook breakout, right? Textbook breakout. Now, I talked about this. I made a comment over on the Patreon earlier today, about 2 hours ago, because there has been an excessive amount of people asking me over the last week or so if they should sell their XCN and roll it into something else. And my recommendation has always been no, of course not, right? But people press and they say, yeah, but this and yeah, but this. Well, then, I mean, if it makes sense, it makes sense. But look at that. We just broke 2 cents too. So this is why you do not swing trade your long-term bags, right? So think about it this way. Everyone who was asking me if they should sell their XCN and roll it into something else, had you sold your XCN and rolled it into something else, what you're in, whatever you rolled into, would be sitting there doing nothing right now, and XCN is doing this, right? This is why you don't try to outsmart the markets. This is why you don't try to swing trade long-term bags. Um, so yeah, it's right there in front of you guys, right? That's why you have a plan. You stick to your plan. Patience and consistency. I preach that all the time, right? And this is why. Strawberry Dragons, thanks to your daily talk, I held on to my XCN. Hey, absolutely fantastic job. Fantastic job. And thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Super chats have been kind of low lately. A little surprising. A little surprising. Gamma Goddess, there she is, following up with another one. XCN would like to thank all the projects it had stepped on to get here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well done. Well done. Absolutely, guys. What else do we have going on in the chat? Yo, Mars. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. XCN moving. Balaclava, man. Hell yeah. Rob in the house. Free pick. What's up, my guy? Good to see you, man. Robert, XCN, let's go. Good evening, Rob. Let's go, XCN. We're moving again. Absolutely. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost you a single thing, guys. Not one single thing. So go ahead and do that for me. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Shane, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Paul's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Lawrence, XCM was my first gem purchase after I found you on YouTube, Rob. Nice. There you go, brother. Big things popping, little things stopping. Look at it go, man. 2 cents, 2.3. You love it. You absolutely love it. Let's zoom in on this. We want to zoom in and watch the beautiful action take place. XCN, that's my roll, dog. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bruno, XCN, and Swift having a good day. Yeah, Swift's up almost 11% as well, guys. Don't sleep on Swift. I'm nice. Hoover, absolutely. Swift coin. Beebs, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Crypto B, so XCN's not there. Where is it stopping? Who knows, man? Who knows? ZBAC looking like it wants to make another run towards the trend line. Let's get this. Absolutely. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let me pull up a separate chart, and we'll have a look over at I'll just pull it up on here. All right, let's have a look at ZBEC's chart. I'll come back to XCN. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. ZBEC is making a run as well on the bull flag. Look at that. We were just down here, guys. It's climbing nicely towards the upside. We need our third touch here, just like we got on XCN, and then boom, move to the upside. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. Swiftcoin likes to run with XCN. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's look at Swiftcoin's chart. What's Swift doing? Same thing, coming to the top trend line, coming up to the top. Next touch on this trend line could be the breakout for Swiftcoin. XCN folks are happy. Meanwhile, Zebek and Miria are spiking my anxiety. Should not have anxiety, man. If you have anxiety when we're getting ready to go into a bull run, you might not be built for it, man. Thanks to Rob for getting me in March of 2024. Hey, no problem, brother. No problem. Over the top. What's up, my guy? Good to see you, man. So yeah, charts are looking good, guys. Charts are looking sexy right now. All of the altcoins look like they're getting ready to break out of bullish structures, man. It's insane. It is insane. All right, let's get into some of the news that we have. Probably won't be the longest live stream in the world. I got to go to bed early tonight, guys. As you know, I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so I'll be gone for the weekend, but I will be making content for YouTube. So guys, shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet. Get yourselves one today, guys. Listen, the Biometric Wallet, they got like a 2-for deal going on right now. If you go check that out, you can use my link down below. It's you get a 2x deal on that, or you can jump over, get the card wallet. I think they're like $5 for the card wallet or something. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. Get yours today. Again, use our link. Get a fantastic deal. All right, what else do we have? Let's get into an article. XCN, absolutely. Gabe owners say, hey, 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 hey. There you go. Okay, what else do we have? I feel a little bit nauseous tonight. Bitcoin's price prediction, unlocking massive growth potential. Thinking about where Bitcoin is heading, you're not alone. The world of cryptocurrency is constantly buzzing with speculation, and understanding the potential trajectory is key for anyone involved. Let's deep dive into the latest Bitcoin price prediction and what factors are shaping its path forward. Predicting the price of any asset, especially one as volatile as Bitcoin, is complex. However, several key elements consistently impact the BTC price forecast. Understanding these can give you a clearer picture. Supply and demand, regulatory news, technological developments, and macroeconomic factors. Experts use various tools and data points for crypto market analysis, to arrive at their predictions. This often involves looking at historical price data, trading volumes, on-chain metrics like active addresses or transaction counts, and global economic indicators. Recent analysis suggests a few potential scenarios. Some analysts point to strong accumulation patterns indicating institutional interest and potential upward pressures. Others remain cautious, citing potential regulatory hurdles or broader market downturns. It's a landscape of varied opinions, making tough research crucial. When we talk about the future of Bitcoin, it's not just about the price tag, it's about its role in the global financial system. Will it become a widely accepted medium of exchange? Will it solidify its position as digital gold and a store of value akin to precious metals, or will new technologies challenge its dominance? Many believe Bitcoin's first mover advantage and robust decentralized network give it staying power. Its increased adoption by major companies and financial institutions signals a potential shift from niche technology to mainstream asset. However, challenges like scalability and environmental concerns related to mining are ongoing discussions. So, what does all this mean for someone considering Bitcoin investments? Here are a few actionable insights. Doing your own research. Consider dollar cost averaging or DCA. Think long term, manage risk, and stay informed. I preach all of these things to you guys on a consistent basis. Understanding the market dynamics and having clear strategy is vital for navigating the potential opportunities and risks associated with Bitcoin. In concluding thoughts on Bitcoin's trajectory, in summary, the Bitcoin price prediction landscape is dynamic and influenced by a confluence of factors. From market sentiment and regulatory news to global economic trends, while predicting the market price is impossible, expanding the underlying focuses and leveraging insights from crypto market analysis can inform your approach. The future of Bitcoin appears promising to many, driven by increased adoption and its unique properties as a decentralized digital asset. For those considering Bitcoin investment, a cautious long-term perspective coupled with diligent research and risk management is always recommended. Bitcoin continues to be a fascinating and potentially transformative asset to watch. Now, guys, most of the most successful people you will find in crypto have long-term mindsets. Minimum two full 4-year cycles. I would say 95% of successful people in crypto have that long-term mindset of at least minimum two full 4-year cycles. If you're getting into crypto with the intention or expectation of getting rich in less than a year, somebody lied to you about what crypto is, right? Crypto is like the stock market, but in fast forward. And what I mean by that is not get rich in a year, but you can get rich in 4 to 8 if you're consistent, if you're patient, if you dollar cost average into great projects that you believe in, and you stick to your plan, and you're consistent, and you just wait for your investment to mature. That is how you will succeed in this space. Anything short of that, every little shortcut you try to take, every little, trick you think you're going to pull to outsmart the market, it's not going to happen, right? Hundreds of thousands, millions have tried and failed. You will not think of any little trick that thousands of people that came before you have not already tried, right? That's like crypto's like, think about crypto like going to the gym, right? Investing in crypto is like going to the gym. Can you go there and get jacked in a week worth of workouts? Of course not, right? But you can over time if you're consistent and you're patient. Same thing in crypto, guys. Same thing in crypto. EZ scooped a 2-pack of Decent today. Nice. Using the link. Thank you so much, EZ. I appreciate you, man. Moto, what's up, man? XCN looking juicy. Hell yeah. Almost 30% up. Craig, thanks, Rob, for everything. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Milk Money, let's get this channel to 1K subs. Oh, yeah. Talking about Crypto Blueprint. Yes, guys. Make sure you get over to Crypto Blueprint. Guys, if YouTube, for whatever reason, ended up shutting down Crypto Future tomorrow, because they do that. They do that all the time with crypto channels, right? You'd still be able to get a hold of me and watch my content over here on Crypto Blueprint. I do a live stream over there. I'm live streaming there right now as well. I put up exclusive content, as you can see over there, for that channel specifically that I don't put over on Crypto Future. So shoot me a sub over on Crypto Blueprint as well. I got a sell signal. RSI is below 40, selling 50% of my holdings. Okay, good times. What's up, buddy? Sell. Yeah. Check the chart. Kevin, we're long-term investors. We don't swing trade short. We don't swing trade our long-term bags. That's how you end up getting left behind and getting wrecked, right? It might work once, it might work twice, but eventually you're going to end up getting left behind. Any reason for XCN moving or just technicals? Just technicals, man. I showed the chart earlier. It's just broken out of a bull flag that it had been in for, or descending, falling wedge pattern. I mean, that it has been in for quite a while. So it's XCN to 5 cents by Friday evening. Nice. If Rob's not selling, neither am I. There you go. There you go. I'm not selling. I'm not selling anything right now. Nope. Why would I sell? Like, don't get me wrong. I love the pump. I love that everybody's happy. Why would I sell XCN at 2.2 cents when I can sell it at, I don't know, 10, 15 cents? Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense, right? That's a short-term mindset that makes you miss out on life-changing wealth. Like I just finished going through on a rant, 95% of successful people in crypto are long-term holders, right? They're not trying to manipulate things and swing trade long-term bags to take shortcuts and get rich in a year. It doesn't work. Like I said, it might work. You might get away with it once, twice, 3 times, 5 times. But eventually, you get left behind, right? You don't have to believe me. Go ahead and risk it if you think you know better than me. I've been around for multiple cycles. So if this is your first cycle and you think you know better than me, by all means. What about me? Because I'm trying to hold some money too. Let's go. All right, what else do we have going on out there in the wide world of crypto? Oh, we've got a video to get into. Let's get into this little piece we got over here. All right, so market narrative is pivoting to elements more friendly to equities. Let's check it out.
Joining us now to talk more about the markets this morning, Gabriela Santos is JP Morgan Asset Management's Chief Market Strategist for the Americas. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So, I mean, right this week it's been a story of UNH and then everybody else. I mean, there are people saying it should be booted from the Dow over this, which would be a little hasty. But what's going on under the surface? I don't mean there. I just mean with the markets more broadly.
So I think within the markets, there was a substantial lowering of the policy storm over the weekend with the agreement between the U.S. and China. We feel like we have a better understanding of what the equilibrium could be here with tariffs. We're at about 14%. We think that could be a good ballpark. It's something that's not overly disruptive, although it is, 7.
Sorry, guys, real quick. I got to say hey to my daughter. Lily, what's up, sweetheart? That's my little girl, guys. I'm going to visit her tomorrow. I leave tomorrow to go spend time with her over the weekend. How's it going, sweetheart? Good to see you. Good to see you.
7 times higher than it was at the start of the year. So now we're pivoting. I think the market narrative is pivoting to the next 100 days, where we're seeing elements that are more friendly to economic growth and to the equity market, including tax cuts, which is going to be the big topic going forward, as well as movements on the deregulatory front.
Let me ask you about on that tax. So this is the big kind of debate that's taking place, right? Why is the 10-year at 4.5%?
So
is it a good 4.5%? Is it a bad 4.5%? If I'm the Treasury Secretary Bessent loved when it was at 3.90.
Oh, yeah.
And he's often said his job is to be he's a bond salesman, and he's out there to sell the world on America's debt. So, we're past the sell America sort of climax, it seems. Why are yields still under pressure?
So I think it's a better environment for stocks and risk assets. I think it's going to be a more challenging environment for yields and duration, and especially the long end of the curve, which has been volatile for really the last 2.5 months. I think the initial move higher in yields was for good reason, lower recession odds, which is great, less reason for the Fed to cut rates for the right reason. From here, though, I think it's going to be all about what happens with the tax goodies included in the reconciliation bill in Congress. Because if we think about the extension of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, that's expected. That was baked in back in September when we saw rising odds of a Republican sweep. But the tax goodies included in the bill are between $1.5 and $2 trillion more than what was expected by the market. I think there's still some hope that maybe it gets scaled down as it goes through the remaining committees and then the Senate.
Right,
but that's a lot that needs to be priced in.
But if it's 3.7 trillion or whatever the number is now, isn't that a little bit less in size than the bond market was fearing?
So the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget scored it at 5.5 trillion.
Oh, did they?
So it's 3.5 trillion just to extend the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. But that's not the only thing included. You've got an increase in the child tax credit, an increase in the deduction, no tax on tips or overtime.
Keeping a lot of the IRA breaks. Yeah.
There's a lot. And that's good in the sense that it for now is written to start this year, 2025. So help and offset to what could be some of these still tariff headwinds. However, for the bond market, that's something that we need to understand what's the right term premium for that. What's the right extra amount of yield to compensate?
And, you know, someone made a great point the other day when we were sort of going on about this. They said, well, the 10-year yield was at 5% in 2001 or whatever. We were practically running surpluses.
Yes.
So who's to say that what 4.5% represents? Now, we all know it's a challenge because the deficit's so much bigger, the debt's so much bigger, but is it at 4.5% because of those factors?
So I do think if we think about the starting point, it is substantially more challenging. We're coming into this with a 7% of GDP deficit and a debt level that's already the highest since World War II. So you're adding $5.5 trillion to the primary deficit. Then you have to add the interest payments on top of that. So you can see how the trajectory for the deficit and the debt goes up.
Huge, yeah.
We're not here to say by any stretch that we need to see yields pop 200 basis points for that. We do think 5% was a good ceiling in October 2023 when we saw that, just that it can get a little choppy as we understand what that is. Now, this morning, there were some interesting headlines that could perhaps help offset some of this. This idea of a rethink this summer of the supplementary leverage ratio for banks, which could allow them to hold more treasuries without being penalized.
That's
and could
been
help
hinted at by, I think, Bessent, maybe even, I think Powell has
Powell,
said
it's the Fed, the FDIC, it's all the agencies behind the support because it helps with the intermediation of the treasury market.
But it's just funny because on some level, it's like, you know what, why don't we relax the supplemental leverage ratio that came about after the financial crisis to make sure, I think that there was at least like a minimum amount of capital in banks, but it's like, well, if we relax that, now they can buy more treasuries.
It can help the functioning because
and you're like, well, okay, yeah.
Because it's not just the level of the 10-year, but also how crazy the movements are. And if we remember in April, at one point, the 10-year popped 35 basis points in a few days because you had an unwind of all these levered positions and you didn't have banks intermediating like they used to before the financial crisis. So I think just with the smoothness of the functioning, that could help. But in our view, it does mean a steeper curve, more volatile long end. And so when it comes to the bond market, we're focusing more on the core, kind of the intermediate duration, 3 to 5 years isn't bad. It's not a bad income duration trade-off to compensate still some of that risk exposure in the US and overseas.
Avoid some of the longer term. Gabriella, didn't mean to do a whole bond market deep dive. But
I loved it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Let's put the XCN chart back on the screen and get into the chat. You're wrong again. Yes. Hello. Lil, that's my baby girl, guys. Lily is my baby girl. I cannot wait to see her this weekend. Absolutely. Danny, what's up, buddy? I heard Coinbase had customer information stolen today. Hackers demanding. No, it wasn't hackers. Funny enough, I covered it this morning. It wasn't actually hackers. What it was, according to Brian Armstrong, it was actually people paid Coinbase employees to leak information, right? So it was actually bad apples that actually work at Coinbase. They didn't actually get hacked. So that's the interesting thing. Out in Chittown watching Beyonce. What are you watching Beyonce for, dude? XCN has the fries. It'll cross your eyes. Okay, XCN, do your thing. 35X my XCN. Thanks to Robster. Can't wait for the next leg up. There you go, brother. Is 100K XCN a good bag? It's a decent bag. Yeah, it's a good bag. Yeah. Super fantastic, I must say. Absolutely. Mike, hey, Mike, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Carlos, XCN up 30%. Yeah, 31% now, still climbing. Look at that chart, guys. Look at the beautiful green candles. That's how babies are made, guys. This is an economic ninja. No, it's not. No, it's not. This here, Carrie Ann, this here is what's called a falling wedge pattern, right? And this is what a breakout of a falling wedge pattern looks like. This is a technical breakout from a bullish structure. Could this breakout trigger a breakout on the broader pattern? Or we probably wait for that. I mean, well, Bitcoin's trying to break out right now as well. If we go over and look at Bitcoin here. It's trying to break out of this bull flag right now. We're actually on the flip side of it at $104,100. We could see Bitcoin make its move tonight. It's trying to right now. If we actually go and look at, let's bring up the volume. See, it's weird because we're not really getting much volume, right? We're not getting, like, the volume's not very high on Bitcoin for what it's doing right now. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll get the breakout or not. Volume's coming in kind of low right now, 1.405K. So we'll have to keep an eye on the volume. I mean, even if Bitcoin breaks all the way up here, it's going to come right back down again if we don't get a nice big green candle in the volume here. So I'm glad my dad is such an awesome person. I'm grateful to have him as my dad. I love you so much, sweetie. YouTube commenter, how much do you think XCN will hit and when? Oh man, where do I think XCN? I mean, it's got the potential to go back to its all-time high. As for when, I would just be pulling a number out of my arse to tell you. Can you check, please? Into Ether. Yeah, there's a little tab at the top of the chat that's called Goals, and that's where you put your altcoin requests. If you have an altcoin request, put it in there, and I will check out your altcoins for you. Took the wife and kids. I'm not a fan. I don't believe you, Danny. I think you're probably dressed up as Beyonce's stunt double right now, dancing around in the crowd. Don't lie to me, man. Keep climbing. There you go. K Lily in the house. What's up? Climbing. Jason. Hey, if I convert Jasmy, I can gain over 20K Jasmy. If you convert your Jasmy, you can gain 20% XCN. I literally just did a video. It came out 2 hours ago, breaking down why it's not a good idea to swing trade your long-term bags. I would highly recommend watching that video. ZBIC Network just busted out of the flag. Did it? Let's have a look. Look at that. It's still climbing, man. Look, it's still climbing. Let's go to ZBIC. ZBIC didn't break out of the bull flag. We're still inside of it. What you talking about? Yeah, no, we're not even close to a breakout. I mean, I shouldn't say we're not close, but we got a ways to climb before we break out of this this structure on ZBEC. Nice. Bought 16.5 KXCN at 2018. Thanks to this channel. There you go, Michael. That's a win right there, brother. That's a win right there. To Jasmy from X. No. Hello, Nick. What's up, man? Me and my buddy Mike loaded up on XCN. Let's go. I'm super bullish on ZBEC. Been buying since February. There you go, man. There you go. We started buying ZBEC over on the Patreon sometime in like Q3, Q4 of last year. Holding 8 million ZBEC. Nice. My girl. I can't wait to see you, sweetie. I cannot wait to see you this weekend. It's going to be a long drive to get there. Prediction. Chain landed the upcoming digital currency for Grand Theft Auto. That would be pretty crazy. That would be pretty crazy. Yes, Lil, your dad is amazing. We appreciate him. Thank you, Strawberry Dragon. My flag. Oh, your flag. Okay. Sorry if I convert to Jasmine XCN, I would gain. I wouldn't. I mean, listen, I don't swing trade my short-term bag or my long-term bags at all. Yes, you should be here all the time, sweetie. You should be here all the time. Was too excited. Must have drawn it wrong. Yeah. I mean, this is the bull flag right here, right on ZBEC. We still, I mean, listen, we're close. We're close. But I mean, who knows? Maybe like I keep saying, guys, I'm not fully expecting Bitcoin to have its actual breakout until Monday or Tuesday, right? So oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I was talking about the ZBEC, and you guys were looking at Bitcoin here. Sorry, I'll put Bitcoin ZBEC on this. Yeah, boom. There you go. See, we're not close to the breakout yet on the bull flag for XCN. or for ZVEC, I mean. So soon, though, soon, guys, right? Couple more days, probably. Couple more days. Where are we here? Swift is breaking out too. Is Swift breaking out? It's not breaking out. I mean, it's breaking to the upside, but it's not breaking out of this channel that it's in. It's still in an accumulation phase. But what I would say to that is that ZVEC was in an accumulation phase similar to this in the past. If we go back to ZVEC here, right? I'll show you. See? If we broaden this out, ZVEC was in this channel here. Was in this range right here for quite some time. Very similar. It was in an accumulation phase, and then it took off, right? So yeah, similar thing will likely happen for Swift coin soon. AK, hey guys, was on the road, so a little late to the live, but let's go. 50 push-ups. Yes, we're gonna have some fun this weekend. It's gonna be a good time. It's going to be a good time. We'll do some shopping. We'll hang out. It'll be a good time. Happy Thursday, healthy weirdos. Hit the like button. Ramona in the house. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ramona. I was wondering where you were at. Lord of the Realm, what's going on, man? I should say wealthy. Yes. Thank you for your time and investigation on these coins. Hey, no problem. No problem. We're going to 3 to 5 cents now for XCN. I mean, eventually, yes, eventually. I mean, you're going to hit resistance, right? You're probably going to hit resistance around, I mean, there's potential you hit resistance around 2 cents, 4.6. But outside of that, yeah, you'll probably hit resistance right about there. Right about here. Right? You'll probably hit a little bit of resistance there, but there's not a whole bunch of, support and resistance in this area, as you can see, because it went straight up and straight back down, right? We didn't build any support levels. Therefore, we didn't really build any resistance levels, right? So this is probably going to come up somewhere around here, guys. Like I told you guys before, 3 cents to 3 cents to 3 cents 1 was my target, right? Right about here. That's kind of my target right there on the breakout. So that's what I'm watching for. I pity the fool who sold XCN. Beast mode. What's up, Magic BTC dominance? Sorry, what's up, Magic? What's the Magic BTC dominance for a real alt season? 49%. Well, I mean, I have it on my chart actually. If we let's go have a looky-loo. Let's have a looky-loo. All right, so we go over to Bitcoin dominance. Let's have a look. It's having a little bit of a rebound today, as you can see. Healthy rebound on dominance. It needs to get down to this box right here that says alt season starts, right? Which is between 50%, so between 45 and 50% is where I would expect altcoin season to kind of start, right? I can't wait for XCN to stabilize at 5 cents. Nice. 50th like. There you go. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Help it grow, guys. Don't be that guy. Don't make it weird, right? Don't make it weird. You're here, you're watching. Don't make it weird. Hit the like button. Hey, Rob, my lady is going to give me 1,000 next Friday. Oh, you're a sugar baby, are you? I'm thinking I might put it in one of the new projects. What? That should be good. Yeah, I mean, one of the new ones that we picked out for sure. I'm not going to tell you on the YouTube channel, which would be a good one from the Patreon, but yeah, just Ask me over on the Patreon. By the way, guys, just so you know, I am going on vacation this weekend. Like I said, I'm going to hang out with my daughter. So I will be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I will be back on Tuesday. I'll be doing live streams on YouTube here and videos on YouTube. But if you're DMing me over on the Patreon and stuff, I won't get to your DMs until Tuesday. So understand I'm not ignoring you, right? Saw a couple of people say that when Bitcoin dominance gets down to 45%, that means it's time to go out and sell. Sell what? Bitcoin? I never sell my Bitcoin, man. I accumulate. I never sell my Bitcoin to buy back in later. I just continue to use profits from altcoins to continue to accumulate Bitcoin. Hope XEN can hold off till next Friday, please. It's literally not holding off right now as we live and breathe. It is currently not holding off. Right? Zbeck Network, hell yeah. Dang, I'm very late. At least XEN's pumping. Yeah, 50 push-ups. Dadsky, hello Rob. What do you think is a good price target for loop ring this bull run? A couple bucks, maybe. I mean, what is loop ring right now? Um, 11 cents. I'd probably be out somewhere before $1, somewhere close to $1, but before $1. Mary, what's going on? Benjamin, had to convert all my XEN to Jasmine. Maybe a bad move. Yeah, Benjamin. I would not be. I'm getting like pounded over the head with people asking me if they should swing trade their long-term bags. No, Benjamin, that's not a good idea to swing trade your long-term bags. In the long run, you will get burned doing that, right? I made a video this afternoon about 2.5 hours ago, breaking down why swing trading long-term bags is a bad idea. I highly recommend everybody go watch that video if you're considering swing trading your long-term bags, right? I meant that Bitcoin dominance gets to 45%. It's possible that we are at the top. At the top. No, Mike, no. Altcoins, I see what you're saying, but altcoins will run for a few weeks after Bitcoin tops, right? They don't top at the exact same time as Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin tops, usually altcoins run for, could be another month of running in altcoins. That's why I always say, get yourself an exit plan, an exit price point for your projects and stick to your plan. Because if you have that, doesn't matter where it's going to go because you reached your goal and then you got a GTFO, right? Peak coin chart not looking good. I DM'd you about it. Can you investigate it? Peak's not looking good? What you talking about? Did the same thing back here. Still putting in a higher low and a higher high. I don't know why that would be a bad thing. I mean, yeah, this sucks that it did this, but look at the run up that it had. This here is people taking profits. That's what this is, right? Look at this run up. This ran up. I have a bag of Peak. I watched it ride up. I never sold any of it, but that's what this is. This is people taking profits. That's not terrible. And as I said before, we're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So looks good to me, man. In fact, we're kind of in a bit of a accumulation phase. This whole area here is a big accumulation phase, right? When we break out of this, it's going to be juicy. It's going to be juicy. Good evening, Rob. XCN pumping. Enjoy the vacation, my man. You deserve it. Thank you so much, Doug. Good to see you, buddy. XCN takes no prisoners. I usually take my XCN staking profits on Fridays. Do you think I should do it a day early because tomorrow may be red after this pump? Thoughts? If you want to, man. I mean, I personally don't swing trade my long-term bags. But if you want to, I mean, if you feel like it's a good idea, just understand that we've seen times where XCN, for example, goes on a 30% run today, and then it goes on another 100% run tomorrow or 70% run tomorrow. There's no guarantee of a correction tomorrow. And if you can stomach that, then absolutely, right? But I will not recommend to anybody that they swing trade their long-term bags. You're playing with fire when you do that, right? Because like I said, it could dump tomorrow, right? It could correct tomorrow. It could run bigger. If Bitcoin breaks out tomorrow, XCN's not going to correct. Probably going to ride up with Bitcoin. I'm not saying which way it's going to go one way or the other, but you have to be able to stomach the risk of that, because if you take profits today and it pumps another 100% tomorrow, can you deal with that, right? On the flip side of that coin, if you don't take profits today and it dumps tomorrow, can you live with that, right? Finally, XCN pumping has been 84 years. Enjoy your time with your daughter. They're going up. They grow up so fast. Yes, they do. I've been an empty nester for 2 years watching your videos. It keeps me going because I'm so bored now. Yeah, they do. I remember when she was just this big, right? Now she's a teenager, for crying out loud. What happened? I got old. Thank you, Benjamin, for sacrificing your XCN. Next move. Nice. Well played. I'm selling because Kevin said so. Funky, what's up, buddy? The pump 20K plus today. There you go. Took out 5K. Gotta eat. Gotta eat. Yep, you gotta eat. XCN. Absolutely. Shane, sorry I'm not talking about my long-term bag, just my staking rewards. Yeah, I mean, staking rewards, sure. That's fine. I mean, people use their staking rewards for different things, right? Sometimes I know a lot of people who use their staking rewards to DCA into like Miria or other projects, right? Or ZBEC or whatever. So Stargazer, what's going on, man? Hello, Rob. I'm thinking about converting my XCN into Swiftcoin. I'm up in profit. All my XCN 20,000. I don't even. I love you, Stargazer. I don't even know how to answer this question anymore. I've been asked about 15 times in this live stream if people should swing trade their long-term bags. If you're planning on getting out of XCN and you're good and you're fine if it keeps going, and then I mean, have at it. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, right? But if it's a long-term bag, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Swiftcoin will run soon. I'm at 1 cent 5. Expect 3 cents 2 soon by June 15th. Anyone believe Jasmy will run to new all-time highs? No, Jasmy will not run to new all-time highs in this bull run, but it will have a phenomenal run. All-time high for Jasmy is over $5, $4.99. It's not going to go that high, but it will have a good run. My goal was 15 plus million Jasmy, so not a problem. Nice. Well, hey, there you go, brother. There you go. Would I get a better ROI? Possibly. Lily, my girl. I can almost drive this summer. I'm taking my test. You've been practicing? Have you been practicing? I hope so. Have you taken your written? You're going to have to show me when I get there. I plan on not selling till I hit my exit points. And that's the thing. That's exactly it, right? The most successful people in this space, guys, I mean, they're not trying to do these quick little schemes to, you know, swap out of one and into the other and stuff. They're not doing that, right? I say it all the time. Patience and consistency. You don't have to listen to me. I don't, like, you know, you don't have to. You can go ahead and do a swing trade on your on your long-term bags and stuff like that till the cows come home. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't warn you that if you play with fire, you're going to get burned, and you're not going to make as much money as you potentially would have in this cycle because you're too impatient trying to swing trade long-term bags, right? That's what I would say. If you're fine, if it's not a long-term bag, then I'm not talking to you. If it's a short-term bag and you're like, I don't care about this project, I don't care about its potential, where it could go. I mean, hey, have at her. Congratulations on the pump. Boom. Roll it into something else. Awesome, right? But if XCN is a long-term hold for you, think about what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. Gabe owner's pattern on ETH. Volks, what's up, buddy? I haven't taken it yet this summer. I'm going to, but I have read the book and studied. You know how I passed the written test in Ontario for the driver's license? I didn't study at all. Not at all. Because they don't make you wait a period of time before you can take the test again, right? And when I took it, it was only $10. So what I did when I took the written test for my driver's license is I didn't study. I just walked in, said, give me the test. I wrote it like 10 times. I failed like 9 times. I finally passed on the 10th time, and they just gave me my license. Just take $10, take $10. Let's try again. Let's try again. That's what it was like when I got my license. So I didn't waste my time studying. Well, I'm not saying waste my time. I didn't spend my time studying. I probably should have. I could have saved myself about $90, but that's how I did it. It's hilarious. Stargazer, depending on which exchange you use, you won't be able to sell that amount if you convert to Swift. Well, my bad. I met the last December high in January. I expect 8 cents 5 by August. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. Hey Rob, should I sell my XCN and put it in a fart? Yes, you should. Amazing Coins. Buy fart coin, not financial advice. You're gonna make me lose motivation. At least try and study. You know what? You are absolutely brilliant, Lily. You're absolutely brilliant, and you will do fantastic on the test. The old man was just lazy when I was your age. That's all. So I was a lazy teen. All right. What else do we have? Did you guys go subscribe to Crypto Blueprint? One person did. Are you kidding me right now? You guys just going to do me dirty like that? What else do we have? Let's get into another article. Thanks, Rob. I knew that was the right move. 100%. Hammer down, brother. Crypto markets predict a new highs as Bitcoin and Ethereum gear up for action. The analyst known as Immortal, renowned for his analysis of cryptocurrency markets, has made a new assessment of Bitcoin. According to the analyst, Bitcoin is preparing for a significant rise. However, a short-term decline may occur before this move. Market actors and participants remain attentive, closely monitoring both current price movements and potential scenarios. Based on the chart shared by Immortal, Bitcoin could reach the $120,000 level by the last week of May. However, the analyst indicates that the price, $120,000 by the end of May. Wow, that would be fantastic. The analyst indicates that the price may fall below $100,000 before this rise. During this period, investors are advised to be prepared for potential volatility. According to the findings of the analyst, Bitcoin might experience a brief pause before its rise. Therefore, investors should act cautiously against sudden price movements. Remarkable predictions are also present for Ethereum, the second largest crypto asset. The analyst believes that Ethereum might experience a significant value increase against Bitcoin in the second half of the year, although a local peak might form following the rise. The rise of Ethereum's price during this process could be seen as an unexpected movement, with many in the market unlikely to foresee it. While the sustainability of price increase isn't definitely discussed, the possibility of another pullback is emphasized. As of writing this article, Bitcoin's price is $103,000. It's actually $104,225 now. Having experienced a slight decrease in the past 24 hours, Ethereum, on the other hand, stands at 2,513 with a 2.2% daily decline. Despite short-term market fluctuations, the analyst maintains positive medium-term expectations. All these assessments highlight the volatile nature of the crypto asset markets, experts recommend conducting thorough research and acting cautiously before making investment decisions, advising against relying solely on past price performance for investments. It is suggested that the sudden up and downs in the cryptocurrency harbor both opportunities and risks, and we know that, so we're not going to bother. Swift up 10%. Swift's actually up 13.5% now. Lily says, hit the like. Absolutely. BTC pushing. Yeah, 104,300. Look at this, guys. Look at the Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. It's trying. It's the little engine that could. It's going. Here's your problem, though, guys. Here's your problem. Boop, 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 boop. Wah, wah. We got no volume. We got no volume coming in. So that's not really sustainable, right? It looks fantastic, but we're probably going to drop back down inside of here because the volume is just not picking up. We need a sharp spike in volume for this to continue. And right now, it's not happening. So I doubt this is going to be the breakout, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. All right, guys. Well, listen, I got some one-on-one coaching calls that I got to do over on the Patreon. I got a couple more calls to take care of tonight. So, oh, Zebek is climbing, eh? Look at that. Zebek's climbing too. Look at the Zebek chart. She's climbing. She's climbing, boys. Looking good. Looking healthy. Looking strong. That's what you want to see. All right, guys, I got to get over to the Patreon. I got some one-on-one coaching calls I got to do. Get over there, guys, if you want a little bit more one-on-one mentorship. You need help with your portfolio, with your exit plans. Get over to the Patreon. The link is down below, guys, for that. I dropped 3 gems last week. I dropped another one last night, and I will be dropping another one tonight, guys. So get over there. Get in early on these projects before you miss out. Now is the perfect time to do it while the market is down. So check it out for yourselves, guys. The link is down below in the description, in the pinned comments. I will see you guys in the next one. Lily, I will talk to you tomorrow, baby girl. Love you very much. And what do we got here? Nick. Hey, Rob, and the rest of the crew. Holding fellas almost there. It's a crazy light. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, guys. So I will see you guys in the next one. Remember, I am on vacation starting tomorrow. So, yes. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Get over to the Patreon for all the amazing perks over there, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless.